Smash Bro. Oh, for sure. It's just a little delayed. It's all good though. Yep. I don't need it. Now we wait for people to join. Huh? Yeah, but now I just wait for people to join. This is.
You on right now?
What?
Are we on right now?
Yep. Now we are, but we're just waiting for people to come join us. Rob,
You want to check my mic? Check. 1, 2. Check.
if you, I think if you can hear yourself, I think you should be good. This is something great. No, people can hear me. I just don't know if anyone's in here. It says it's empty in here, so.
So we live right now?
Yeah, Dad, we're live right now. People can see you. People can hear you. I'm just waiting. What? I love you. I can see my mom. She's sitting at my doorstep. All right, Dad. Looks like we're starting. First of all, Max Meering wanted to say, he said Robby Z. So he's just saying what's up.
Shout out to Max.
All right. We're back with my second podcast, baby. I'm here with Robby Z. Thanks for coming.
Never missed a baseball game.
All right, yeah. That's not
20 years.
That's not what I'm asking you, but I'm here to. Hey, thanks for coming on.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for having me. Appreciate that.
All right. You don't have to try so hard, Dad. All right. First question I did want to ask you. You have 3 kids and everything. Nick, Tyler, me. I just want to know who your favorite son is.
Holy.
Put you on the spot right away.
Well, first I got to know if those other 2 kids are watching.
It doesn't matter.
Actually, I'm not going to pick favorites. I think I love all.
All right,
kids.
I already know you love
If you had to say how much time did you have compared to those 2, you had probably about 95.9% of my
your
time.
Your love. Yeah. Just high five. Max Meering wanted to let you know. Just high five the fuck out of Chris, because Robby Z said my name. That's his roommate. And then Big T said, Robby Z.
Big T, what's up? I love Big T. Get my boy down here.
Yeah, that's Big T. But all right, let's get into it. You're my dad. You've been my dad for 18 years. How's that been going for you so far?
Well, I'm here sitting at a breakfast nook on your second podcast, so I think it's going pretty good. But secondly, I really like to ask you a question. I've been dying for a whole week to ask you this. So I'm watching your last podcast. I thought you did a great job, and I just have to say, you said something in that podcast that I never knew, and that was you said.
Did I say I love you?
Well, besides that,
I was lying when I said that.
You
it was just
said
for
there
the
was-
show.
You said there's a poster in this room that I don't know about, but there's a hole in there because you punched a hole through the wall.
Yeah, I'm just telling you that.
Okay. So
it's my.
It was a pretty good secret until you got on podcast.
my calendar covers that now.
Okay, so that's what I'm gonna fix tonight. Okay.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
What
else you got for me, Chief?
Um.
Big T.
So, with your childhood and everything, I know you're from. Where are you from? Where are you from?
The Big Apple.
So you're born and raised there. What part of the Big Apple?
Queens, New York.
So how was that? How was that experience for you?
I have a lot of street smart. If anything, there's a lot of street smart there.
Not a lot of school smart.
Hey, I did go to PS 71. I could prove it. Public school. That's public school.
See,
71.
like normal schools are like, oh, blah 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 high school. What's up? What does PS 71 mean for them?
Yeah,
for the viewers out there?
I think the pass you if you can write your name in cursive, I think 6th grade was passable for you. So, and it was on a curve. So,
so from the Big Apple, did you move anywhere after that?
Yeah, I moved to Philadelphia, which
in West Philadelphia, born and raised. His name's Robby Z, and he is.
I got a funny story.
Crazy.
So I met one of my best friends, Dave, but I met a bunch of kids who greeted me. Now in New York, you know that there's no grass where I live.
Yeah.
You know, so seeing grass, I had to go to Yankee Stadium or Shea Stadium to see the Mets. So grass, there was no grass where I lived, you know, in you know, by my house, you know. And so first thing the kids are, hey, how are you doing, you know, and all that. Everyone's walking on my grass. I'm like, off my grass, what are you doing on my grass? This kid from New York talking like a New Yorker, you know, and all that stuff is pretty funny. But yeah, it's like they always talk about that.
What were some crazy things that you did as a child? What is one of the craziest things that you have done as a little boy?
Me and my brother,
wiener little boy.
Me and my brother, we used to we lived on a three-story apartment building, and we used to when it was raining, people, you know, this is New York City, so it's not like this block where you're pretty safe from, you know, I'm like,
even though there was a house break-in just the other day, but yeah, that's fine. I understand.
So anyways, there's people walking up and down. So it'll be raining. Everyone has their umbrellas, and we used to fill up water balloons and throw them on their umbrellas, and yeah, that was fun. And then throwing eggs at cars, and yeah.
You actually did that?
Oh yeah.
So
and at buses.
I know we have talked about this before, but you and your brother Dan.
You're
had a little
going to start this early, are you?
You and your brother Dan had an incident with a alligator. Can the viewers and I also hear what happened with that what happened with that story?
Well, let's just say
before you start, a couple questions. Sammy says Rob with a couple hearts.
Wait. Sammy, Iowa Sammy?
Yeah. And then Derek wants to know, ask Robbie how much for some wood.
Tell him whatever he wants.
And then
we're in a podcast. We're talking wood.
Big T wants to know where Big Red at.
Who does?
Big T wants to know where Big Red at.
Hey, Big T, Big Red.
Brother Tyler wants to know if we smoked crack before this podcast. Just about an ounce.
So I do have another son, don't I? Jeez, I didn't know that. Well, I'd say hi to you, Tyler, wherever you are. I think I have a granddaughter,
but
too.
Back on the story.
Okay. Are we getting back to Sammy? I thought you said something about Sammy.
Nope.
Okay.
Back on the story with the alligator. What happened with that? Tell me how that all started.
Let me just say,
you got attacked by an alligator, so I would just love to know.
If my brother had it his way, I would not be here today, nor would you be here, or would Jamie be here, or would Nick be here, or would Tyler be here, or my granddaughter be here, if that alligator did what he wanted to do to me.
What happened?
Well, okay, so we're going back. We're going back in the 70s, and most of you guys probably weren't born then. But my brother and I were having a catch in Florida, and my uncle had a nice house next to a swamp. Thank God, right? And so anyways, we're having a catch outside his house, and me and my brother, of course, we brought our mitts wherever we went, you know, and we had a catch outside the house, and I have my back towards the swamp. I'm probably about 100 foot from the swamp or so.
How old were you when this happened?
I was 8 years old. I was 8, and I was like a snack for that alligator. But anyways, that's irregardless.
A lot of snack. Big fat snack.
Yeah. Thanks for that.
Calling you fat, yeah, I did.
So we're having a catch back and forth, and all of a sudden, Dan runs in the house. And I'm like, what is he do? He throws the ball to me, runs in the house, and I have my glove, and the ball, and I'm just kind of, waiting for him, and thought he had to take a piss or something like that, and throwing the ball in the glove, and all of a sudden, my spider senses something in the back of my neck just turned me around. I turn around, and here's this alligator.
It should have ate you.
And it wasn't funny at that time. And here's this alligator, and
he's gonna demonstrate what the alligator was like with his fat fingers. So here it goes.
so this alligator was as fast as lightning, and this alligator is like tromping at me, and he's going, right? And he's going. He'd stop,
just
and
like
he'd go, and he was quick as lightning. And Robby Z, Big Z, had to make a choice. Well, at that time I wasn't big. I was small, and I was about 76 pounds wet.
Coming out
dripping wet.
Nah, never.
And so me and my mitt and my ball ran as fast as I could to my uncle's door, and it was an aluminum door, and I couldn't hardly ever get it open. But that alligator was coming. He was coming now, And if I didn't turn around, that thing would have been on top of me and drug me into the
swamp.
Well,
we're happy that didn't happen to you.
I'm not done with
I'm
my
joking.
story.
I wish you did.
I wasn't done with my story. So I hid in the house. I'm like, hey, what? My brother's kind of, chuckling because, I was the favorite, so he figured if I was dead, he'd be the favorite. So that didn't work. So what were you going to ask me?
Nah, we just wish that kind of happened to you, I guess. Anyways, get back to the whole questions with you. So let's talk about my beautiful mother, your beautiful wife, Jamie Meyer Zara.
Okay, I'm waiting for the question.
Where did you meet my beautiful mother? And how did you meet her? Because I've heard multiple stories, but let's hear your side of the story.
Well,
I heard you guys met at a bar. Is that true?
Yeah, that's true. Are you going to keep asking me the questions?
There you go.
Say it? Okay.
Talk about what happened.
All right. So yeah, I was in a bar, looking pretty good, and there was a bunch of girls on me and stuff like that, and so now I have to tell you a story. This goes back a month prior to when I actually talked to your mom. So I seen your mom a month prior.
Was she looking stunning?
Like always. and
let's put a lie detector test on you right now.
and so I seen her there, and she come walking in. This is the first time I ever met her, and seen her, and I go, nope, out of my class, nope.
Why, were you just so ripped and huge when you were younger? So you just thought you could get all the chicks?
No, I said there's no way. She's way too pretty, way too gorgeous, way too
wow,
way too perfect, way too there's no way. And I was shy back then, believe it or not.
You still are.
So then, here comes that second month, right? So we're now when we got to meet, and so I see her again. I go, holy, I was ready to shit a brick. Ooh, I can't curse.
You're good.
So I was ready to shit a brick, and see her, and she comes walking, towards me and stuff, and she stepped on my foot, which
she stepped on your foot.
I think she did that on purpose, So then I said that.
No, you're good.
I'm like, that's okay, She said, "Oh, sorry." I'm like, "That's all right. It felt good anyway." And
I'm sure it felt so good.
And so, now this is kind of like Back to the Future, because if she would have never stepped on my foot, and that alligator wouldn't have had his way with me, you would never been here,
Yeah, I'm sure the old Ozzie Guillen story would have been here.
Oh, that's another podcast.
Yep.
So, anyways, that's what happened, and
you've been married for how long now?
Since '94, July 2nd.
94? Is that true? How many years is that? Let's see if your brain.
25.
There you go.
24.
24.
It's 24 going on 25.
You know it's better than 24. 25. But all right. I mean, yeah, I guess that's a good story how you met Mom.
Well, here's the. Go ahead.
No. You go. Go ahead.
Well, here's another thing that if you play into it, there was no cell phones back then, so it's like she was moving, and then her phone was going to get turned off that day. So what are the chances if that phone company turned off the phone? I would never, because I didn't know where she lived, and I mean,
had to get the digits.
So right, so it's like if a phone company would have turned that off,
oh yeah, and
you wouldn't have been here.
Gabe Borcheller wants to tell you, shoot or shoot, Robby Z.
What's that?
Gabe wants to let you know that shooters shoot.
What's up, Rochelle?
Rochelle. All right. I know you wanted to ask me a couple questions, so you better just lay it down while you can.
Yeah, so
I don't care. After your question. All right, go ahead. You can ask me a question.
So as a kid, everyone dreams of being something, having a career as a kid. So for you, what did you want to do? What did you want to be when you were a kid?
I wanted to be in the MLB, but look where I'm at now. I'm doing a podcast in my mom's basement, so I guess we're not doing too well on that one.
Well,
thought I'd be in the MLB right now. Not in the MLB. I'm in my mom's basement, and I probably will be for the next 45 years. So
no, you won't. You don't have to worry about that.
But yeah, thought I was gonna be playing baseball.
Rent's due at the end of the month.
Thanks for helping me out with that one. But yeah,
I think you're good enough to be in the MLB.
You know what?
Ask me.
Nah.
I was at every one of your games and never missed one. I would know more than anybody else.
Actually, you did miss one. I remember. I was looking in the stands. Thought you were gonna be there. You weren't there.
I was there.
I only saw Mom.
I was there.
But yeah. Anything else you wanted to ask me?
Yeah, there is.
Get your phone out. No one cares. Just get your phone out.
So who else is there? Who else is in this little
Lucas
room?
Trook wanted to ask you, what is in the bottle, Robby?
Oh, I'll let you know after this podcast, Trook.
Latrell, not going to say the N-word on the podcast.
Hey, I got one.
Robby, he said.
Oh.
Yeah, Latrell.
What's up, Latrell? My boy. Love Latrell.
That's Rob Zara for you. All right, so.
Hey, so I had that other question.
He wrote questions in his notes that
in my
he wanted to
notes.
ask me, so let's hear your questions.
So, what's one of the things your mother and father taught you that completely changed your life?
Do you want me to answer serious, or what do you want?
Whatever you want to do.
So,
you want to
something you taught me as a kid?
Me or Mom? Me or Mom?
I mean, I would have to say Mom more than anything.
Jesus Christ. Go ahead.
Yeah. I don't know. You put me on the spot, man.
Yeah, I did, didn't I? But it could be a good thing.
Yeah, I think what you guys taught me the most was to be myself, be my own person, get out there, be respectful and responsible, be nice to people, respect people, help out people,
And that's what you're good at.
Oh, I know, Rob.
I know that.
You don't got to tell me.
Giving all your drunk friends a ride whenever they need one. But
yeah, all my friends are 21. And
not that they're drunk, but I'm just saying, not that they're drunk. I mean, if they have a couple drinks, you always give them a ride, and that's great.
My 21-year-old friends.
You did such a great job there.
All right. What else do you have in your notebook?
Why don't you go? Go ahead. I'm
ready.
All right.
So we all know that my wonderful grandma passed away last year. It'll be what? A year from Monday?
Yep.
Right? So what was I gonna ask? Talk about grandma a little bit. How does she help you with how was she as a child and everything? How was she as a mother as a child?
Well, it's kind of like that boy in the bubble,
Did you get picked on?
No, I never got picked on, but I will say,
back to grandma.
Just remember back to Street Smarts, and I had to be tough in New York, And so going back, she's a, Jewish mother. and
that's exactly how she talked.
And she would, she looked out the window. We lived in a 2-story apartment, 3-story apartment building, and the second story there, she's looking out. It was August. It was probably, I'd say, 75 degrees, which is pretty nice.
Yeah, fairly warm.
So this old lady is walking with a sweater. Yeah, she was about 85 years old walking down the street with a sweater, and she goes, "Rob, you better get your jacket on. It looks like it's cold out there." So, and I couldn't go out unless I had my freaking jacket on.
Yeah.
So I had to get the jacket on, sweating bullets outside, and all my friends were in their, back in the 70s, they got their wife beater shirts on, back in New York playing stickball, and here I am with a freaking wool sweater. Wasn't fun.
No, I actually have a funny story about Grandma. I remember it was me and my boy. You remember Dylan Fob. You remember Fabio.
Yeah.
It was like.
Yeah, you're redheaded. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
Shout out to Dylan. It was me and Dylan always stayed up till like 3 a.m. Everyone knows that. Played video games. It was probably later than 3 a.m. But one night, me and Dylan are just starving, and we hear walking upstairs, and you obviously know Grandma's gonna be up at 3 a.m. So we walk upstairs. We're like, "Oh, hey, Grandma, how you doing?" And she's like, "Are you guys hungry?" And we were like, "Yes, Grandma, we're hungry." And she's like, "Do you want some breakfast?" I was like, "Yeah, Grandma."
What time was this?
It was 3 a.m. to be exact. It was 3 a.m. and she's asking me, "Do you want some breakfast?" I was like, "Grandma, isn't it your bedtime? Aren't you tired?" She's like, "No, it's morning for me." I was like, "All right, yeah, sure, Grandma, I'll take something."
So you guys are in the kitchen when she
Yes, and she's like, "I'll make you guys some French toast." I was like, "Oh yes, let's go, some Grandma French toast." So I'm watching her making it and stuff, and she's dipping her fingers in the butter and however you make French toast, and she sets it on the stove. She forgot that it was on the stove, so she hands us the plate. Toast is burnt. I don't think she even recognized it. So toast is burnt. Me and Dylan ate it all. We had to pretend that it was very good. I mean, it was all right. But yeah, that's a little story behind Grandma.
I remember Grandma was an incredible cook.
Oh, her famous meatballs, of course.
Except she burnt at 3 o'clock in the morning. You're waking up at 80-year-old.
Oh, of course.
To make your breakfast.
Jordan Kemp wants to know, what's your favorite meal?
I'd say pizza. I'm a,
at 3
if I'm on a
at 1 in the morning in the kitchen drunk, you're eating pizza.
I got a funny story like that, but I would say, we wake up in the morning after having a couple drinks, that night, just a couple, and I'd wake up in the morning just starving. I go, man, I am starving. I ain't eat nothing. And all of a sudden you look in the kitchen, you're like looking at all the tracks, and you're looking at like pizza boxes open. You're like, oh yeah, I ate half a pizza pie.
Wake up the next morning.
And then, so
yes.
yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, pizza, I would say.
Someone in the chat named McJaggerballs wants to know, F1, kill one, marry one. Marilyn Monroe, Gordon Ramsay, or Jennifer Lopez? Go. You have
Marilyn Monroe, definitely. She's.
What are you gonna do? It's
what?
It's fuck one, marry one,
Marilyn Monroe.
kill one.
Okay, who's the other two?
Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon Ramsay.
And Jennifer Lopez. Yeah, it's a guy.
Can you marry both Marilyn Monroe and
no,
Jennifer
you have
Lopez?
to pick. Marry one, kill one, fuck one. Go.
Probably
fuck Gordon Ramsay.
Jennifer Lopez.
All right. I would have picked mom for all the answers, but besides kill. But
there was mom wasn't in there.
Question.
That's a trick. That wasn't. Jesus.
On the spot. But
God.
Lucas Meyer and Sam Noel wants to know, who is your favorite nephew?
Well, my two favorite nephews would probably have to be Sam Noel.
Okay.
And Lucas Meyer.
Wow.
My two favorite nephews.
All right, Brandon, I'm not going to answer that question because... All right, I will answer it because I don't care.
Brandon, who?
Brandon Lynch, my boy Brandon. Love the kid.
What's up, Brandon?
He wants to know, how do you feel about the stuff that has happened in your basement over the year?
Oh, my God. If they run a black light or some forensic, it would not be good.
Why a black light?
Well, you know how much puke I cleaned up in this? Well, let's see. In the past 10 years.
Yeah, my boy Ross is out here with our brand new carpet. Has to puke red all over our carpet. Shout out to Ross.
What did Ross? Who was it? Ross?
Yeah.
What was it that he drank? It was completely like
Kool-Aid,
it was like
red Kool-Aid. It doesn't matter.
Kool-Aid. Okay.
McJagger Balls wants to know, do you think water is wet?
Who's McJagger Balls?
It was Mitch that was here.
Oh, what's up, Mitch?
He wants to know, in your opinion, is water wet?
Only once.
Don't want to know your... Yeah. All right, back to Grandma, though. Talk about a little bit.
What do you want to know?
With her passing away and everything, how has that affected you?
Memories. You always got the memories, right? I mean, you know, I can just at any time of the day just laugh my what off and just think of all the times. But there's just like it was like Seinfeld my whole life, So yeah.
I heard there's a little tampon story that happened in as your childhood.
I was hoping you weren't going to bring this up.
If you want to talk about that.
Yeah, I was probably about 8 years old too, and it was probably right back before the.
Give me back my water.
Right before that alligator was going to kill me. So it was probably the summer of I don't know. Let's just make up one. 77 or so, 78.
You talk a lot. Just get to the point, Rob.
And so my mom sends me to the store with a note. I didn't even know what I was getting. And it was a big, giant industrial box of tampons. and this box was, and I'm going to show you.
She wasn't pregnant, right?
I'm going to show you. So it was, I'd say it was at least a good, you couldn't miss this thing. It was, I want to say a good 2 foot. 2 foot.
Of tampons?
Of tampons.
For your mother. If my mom asked me to go to the store for
tampons. No, not tampons. They were pads. They're max. They're pads.
Even worse.
These things.
Why do you have to say pads like in that way? You're like, pads.
Well, they were the thick industrial pads. Anyways, it had the nun on it and all that. So whatever not the nun, the nurse. Anyways, it had the nurse on it. And they put it in a clear bag for me. I walked 40 blocks. Well, not 40 blocks.
Jeez.
About 5.
Do you not know how much 40 blocks is?
About 5 miles.
You've never walked that much. I can tell.
In New York, I had to walk to the L when I was a kid. You didn't follow me when I was a kid, and you know nothing about me when I was in New York. So anyway,
candy. Honestly,
God's honest story. I had to walk all the way to the L, and it was probably about, I'd say, 4 miles. And anyways, I give this guy, the note.
Yes.
And hand me this big old box. I hand money, give me change back, and I'm whistling down the street. I feeling good about myself. Get my mom whatever she needed. I didn't know what it was, and the big giant box of pads, and they were in a clear bag, so you could see right through it. And then my friends, my brother's friends, they're about, I don't know, 17, 18, Mike, they're hanging out on the stoop. They call it the stoop, which is the steps, and they're all hanging out, and they're like, hey, Robbie, what you got? I'm like, what do you mean what I got? She says, I got a bag from my mom, like that. Hold up. They're laughing. And that story, they would not forget that story. I mean, wherever I go,
of course.
It's hilarious.
Good old grandma
everyone's going to know that
for her pads. A viewer wants to know, are aliens real?
I don't know anything about aliens.
Every night, probably 12 o'clock at night, a working man should be sleeping at that time, He's either sleeping or he's on some alien crap because it's either or. So I walk in there, I'll be like, what are you doing?
That's not true.
And he'll be like, looking at Google Maps of Mars and stuff to see if there's alien tracks and stuff. Like, don't you have something better to do?
Oh, okay, Logan. Next question. Let's answer some of the.
I'll answer some questions.
Let's answer some questions.
Let me answer a couple questions.
That'd be great.
Who is Rob's favorite friend of? Who is Rob's favorite friend of Nick's? And I'm not going to tell you who asked you that. In all honesty,
boy, there's so many of them. You know, I mean, favorite friends of Nick. I mean,
the viewers want to.
I'd have to say it has to be Borcello.
Gay Borcello, that's the answer. Someone said $20 to hit a shotgun live. A beer. They want you to shotgun a beer, Rob's, all right?
I could do that in my sleep.
Are you down to do it? Well, update on that. We have 0 beer at the house. Never mind, guys.
Can you do it on the podcast?
Huh?
Are you allowed to do that on the podcast?
Yeah, you can do that, but whatever. Another person wants to know, is it hard to be a father to a gay son?
Actually, it's pretty damn easy because I'm dealing
I think
with
they're
him
talking
right
about Nick, though. No one else.
Next question. My son's not gay. I don't have any gay genes and walking around.
But nothing's wrong with being gay, Dad, obviously.
Oh, no. As long as, I mean, if you're playing tennis with somebody and, they say, hey, hey, what are you going to do? And they're like, I want to, I'm going to suck some dick. I'm like, well.
Yo, come on, chill out, dude. Chill out. You don't have to go that far.
Well, no, I'm just saying, I'm trying to make a point. I'm like, well,
you can't be like they're gonna go out and suck some dick. Maybe
I'm saying,
let them do what they want, man. You don't have to go that far with it.
I'm trying to say. Here's what I'm trying to say. I'm going to say, well, I'm going to go to a bar, have a beer, have a good time. They could do whatever they want.
But you brought up the fact that they're gonna go suck someone's dick, Dad.
That's from Eddie Murphy, so it's from one of his skits. Sorry.
Okay.
That's.
I think you're going too far with it.
Sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. You're totally fine. I know you have a story about mother, beautiful mom. What happened?
I know that story too.
I don't even have to ask you then.
No, go ahead.
So, something happened with her driving, ran over something. Could you talk about that a little bit?
That lemonade's strong. It's just lemonade, I swear. It's just lemonade.
It's just lemonade. All right.
Wait,
Dad, did I tell you you're losing weight?
Oh, thanks.
I'm just joking. Okay.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nah, it's cool. Blow it up.
Next question.
Blow it up.
Blow it up next time.
All right. Let's get to the whole what happened with Mom.
About what?
She was driving. What happened?
Oh.
I know you have a full
this
chapter
isn't
book
good.
about it.
This is probably one of the... Now, my wife has night blindness, and at that time I had 20/20. So
what do you have now? Because I can tell by your glasses.
What's that?
Nothing. Go.
And then when I drive, I don't really use these. These are basically for reading. So
why do you have them on now?
Because I was reading my phone.
Oh, nice.
Take them off?
All right. I'm sorry. I'm getting off track. Talk about what happened with that story.
So anyways, she swears. So we're driving to Rockford.
All right, go. Sorry.
We're driving to Rockford, and it was a '92 Isuzu too. It was badass. So we're driving, and there's 2 lanes, right? One going one way, one going the other way. Okay, and all of a sudden, Jamie screams. She goes, ah! She turns the wheel to the left, oncoming traffic, and she kills a school of raccoons. She claims
a school of raccoons, people. That's exactly what he's getting to.
Okay, so these raccoons were on the side of the shoulder of the road, holding hands, waiting for us to, pass by. So they were going to cross by. And she swears that she just hit one squirrel. Now, on a highway, how many squirrels have you seen running through a highway? I've never seen one squirrel in my life. Okay, it was raccoons. It was a school of raccoons. I seen them.
So you're basically telling me.
And it went boom, 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 boom. I mean, it was like, I know what a squirrel.
So what were they doing when they were crossing the street? Like, were they all happy? Like, how were they crossing the street? Because you said that they.
Oh no, they had their Sunday clothes on, whatever it was, and there's a.
Oh, so they're whistling.
Whistling, and all of a sudden, Jamie goes, ah! And she has night blindness, of course, and, all staring right into traffic. So
they're all dead now.
Yeah. I mean, between the alligator, it's amazing how you're still here.
Rest in peace to all them squirrels.
Hey, what other
someone
questions?
said she must have met you in the dark. Said she has night vision or night blindness.
That's not funny.
Robby
Z was a stud back in the day.
Hey, Big T said, good thing Big Red drives itself.
Right, Big T?
All right. I know you have more questions in your fat brain. What do you want to? What else did you want to ask me?
What else do you have there? Anything else that anyone's asking?
No, not really.
Okay. I do.
It looks like you're on the Safari.
No.
What did you
I'm
look
not.
up?
These are sticky notes that I made myself.
Sticky notes. You like stick stuff too, not like.
Okay, just.
I need to think of a funny story about Rob Zara. I have one, but I'm not going to embarrass
Okay, so
anyone.
if you could spend a day in someone else's shoes,
not yours.
Who would they be and why?
Not yours.
I said someone else's, not mine.
Probably my own. You make your
and
own,
why?
You make your own pathway to your future, baby. You can't step in other people's shoes.
All right, I like that.
You can see their point of views in their shoes, but you can't step in their shoes and be them.
Yeah, I like
Facts, brother.
What's your hidden talent?
I'm so happy you wore all black today. I wore all gray, so it's fine. My hidden talent.
Hey.
What?
Go ahead.
I don't know. I don't have a hidden talent. I don't know. I can scare you when you're sleeping. That's a pretty good talent.
No, that's not a talent.
Oh. If you have me on Snapchat. Hey, by the way, let's take a little time. Follow me right there. Instagram, Twitter. Follow me at Loganzar. You like that? People can see where to follow me now.
Sweet.
But yeah, hey, follow me right there. Anyways. Ooh, we have questions.
All right. What do we got? Caller number 1.
Dirty Jack wants to know. Ask your dad if he's into butt stuff.
Who wants to know?
Dirty Jack.
Who's Dirty Jack?
Doesn't matter.
Okay. No, I'm not into butt. You mean like?
Yes. All right. We know you're into butt stuff. Brother Tyler wants to know. I bet they really are. I bet they are really sticky.
He always.
What is Rob's favorite hobby and why? Gabe Borcheller wants to know that.
My favorite hobby.
And why?
My favorite hobby is as far as old Rob or new Rob or what?
Old Rob. There's no old Rob, new Rob. A couple months ago, this man goes, no, not even a couple months ago, his whole life. I feel fat. I'm going to start my diet on Monday. It gets to Monday. I'm catching this man in the kitchen at 2 a.m. eating brownies and chips. There's no way behind your lies, Rob.
I love brownies. So he want to know. Don't do that, right?
Yeah, you're fine.
You want to know what's my hobby?
Yes. What is your hobbies?
Well, I build rustic bars, right? He knows that, so that's kind of a hobby.
He likes to build bars in his free time with all the wood
right?
that he does nothing with.
Anyways, so that's kind of my hobby. My granddaughter, I have a granddaughter. She's my new hobby. I'm into her, and she's cool. She's funny. She's hilarious, and she's strong.
Do you love her?
More than I love all 3 of you boys.
All right, I have a question. I want your opinion on my brothers, because I know your opinion on me. I know I'm your favorite.
Sure.
We'll start with Tyler first.
I love you. I love you.
Tyler, your son Tyler. How was it like growing him as a great young man as he is today?
Well, just look at him. He's a beast. One thing, Tyler probably could have been playing in the NFL.
He did go to school with J.J. Watt.
He did go to school with J.J. Watt. He did.
Middle school, right?
And it was actually in Oconomowoc, Wisconsin, is where he went to school with J.J. Watt. And J.J. Watt actually wrote in Tyler's yearbook. And what he wrote in Tyler's yearbook was, he's like, you better. He wrote his name, and then he goes, "Hey, hold on to that. It may be worth something someday." So
look where he is now, playing for the
pretty
Texans.
Cool story. I would be selling that, Tyler, if I were you.
Back to Tyler though. Tell a little about your son.
Tyler? Well, he has a kid. He's married. He has a successful.
How old is Tyler?
Tyler's 30.
When's his birthday?
His birthday is June 15th, 1988.
Good job.
All right, what is this like? Put Rob on the spot.
What about Nikki Z?
Nikki Z. Nikki Z is coming this weekend. I'm pumped. I'm excited for Nikki Z to come, and we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna get some new Glarus, and he says, "Dad, I want to bring some new Glarus back, so we got to get a couple cases of them for new Glarus and head to Gooch's Greenhouse and have some pizza and some good time." So I'm excited.
Brennan Imhoff wants to know, was that an accident?
I would say no. I would say
no.
You
the
were
story
not
I heard was Mom didn't want to have another kid, but your pullout game is weak, Dad.
I kind of planned it because I needed a kid in sports. and
shooting bullets at the other two children.
No. Tyler's good in sports. Very good in sports. Strong kid.
Nick.
Huh?
Nick.
And Nick actually could have been a pitcher in the MLB. He's that good because
in the MLB. Okay.
I thought Nick was an incredible
softball.
Pitcher. I thought Nick was an incredible pitcher. I'm not saying none of them. I probably spent 99.9% of my time traveling.
What?
Traveling with you, travel ball. What did you think about that? Did you love what most did you love about travel ball?
I got to be with my homies.
So
the
your
real homies that loved baseball, and we just got to be ourselves, have fun,
Right. So, you still keep in touch with any of the Blast members?
Yes, of course.
Yeah,
they're still my friends.
No, I miss them guys.
Yeah, they don't miss you.
I would say Nick's friends and your friends, and I'm just grateful for.
All right, you're sounding really cliche right now, but it's fine. Someone wants to ask, how much is one of your bars?
What am I selling stuff now on podcasting?
It's all good.
Talk to me after the show, and then we'll talk price.
If you guys want his phone number, I'll drop in the. You can call him whenever you want. He's always on his phone. Kind of jumping around over here and everything, but so do you have any more funny stories of Grandma?
I have a lot of funny stories of Grandma.
All right, so we won't get into that. Would you like to talk about the instant, about what happened when she passed, or would you not want to talk about that? How it happened? The great story of it. Not great story of how she, you know what I mean.
You mean when like her last?
Yes. Do you want to talk about that, or do you not want to talk about it?
We could if you want. Yeah.
Well, I don't want you crying.
No. Why would I?
So tell me how it went down.
So she passed away about 8/29 on October 22nd.
Yes, it will be 1 year on Monday.
Yeah, and so we were getting ready. It was my brother Mike, my wife Jamie, and myself in the room, and my mom for 3 days she was on morphine, and she was just she couldn't move her arms or anything for 3 days.
Oh yeah,
she was lifeless. But the last thing to go is your hearing, and I knew she was able to hear me, and
Dad, you're choking up, man. I don't want to do this if you're going to choke up.
I'm good, but I'm just saying.
No, of course.
The way she died was like a movie, and I wouldn't have believed it if I wasn't there myself. And so we were ready to leave, and Jamie, me and my brother Mike were out in the hallway just leaving, and then Jamie went to grab her purse on the ground there and looked at my mom, and my mom was making a face. Isn't that right? Yeah, she's making a face.
My mom's at the door. That's who Rob's staring at.
And, she was kind of like,
I love you, Mom.
Making one of these faces, like trying to.
Yeah, I know how. Yes.
So Jamie called us in. My wife called us in. My brother Mike and I, and we stood at each side of her bed, and she grabbed both. And remember, her hands were like this. She was lifeless for 3 days.
Yes.
So she grabbed both of her hands and raised them up. I said, "Mike, what are you doing?" He goes, "I ain't doing nothing, And anyway, she grabbed both of her hands. She looked at Mike. And then she looked straight in my eyes. Now, my mom had Grandma, had black dilated eyes for a year.
Mm-hmm.
Her eyes were green as can be. And look, she was like, for a year, because she was blind, she couldn't really look into my eyes because she would look like where my shadows. She said she could see shadows. But she looked right in my eyes, had our hands raised. And like I said, she turned to him, turned to me, and then took her last breath, and that was it. Yeah.
Her last words were to me, if you didn't know that. Her last time talking was to me. And I know that for a fact. She said, "I love you."
What'd she say? Did she?
She said, "I love you." I went up to her. Said,
she did.
"I love you, Grandma."
She did.
Didn't say anything. I said it again. She took her last talk for your boy.
Hey, so, okay, let me ask you a question. What was one of the best times with Grandma, or funniest times for you?
Dylan said her meatballs were the best.
And her meat, in fact, I made them, right, James, about a
and they weren't
2-3 weeks ago. And
as good as hers.
Yeah, they were really
Someone
good.
Gabe Borcheller wants to know, what is your biggest regret in life?
Biggest regret, boy. I think I would say
should have pulled out on Nick.
No, I would definitely say I think I did everything right, because just grateful for.
That's not the
everyone
question. What's your biggest regret, Dad?
Regret?
Yes. Not your greatest happinesses.
Boy, Bocello, you put me on the spot.
Oh, I know your regret. I'm not going to say it, though.
What?
No, I'm not going to. Chill. I'm not going to say it. You don't want me to say it.
Oh, well,
chill. You know what? Yeah.
I don't know. Big regret. Maybe I could have, everyone goes to a job.
Times.
Everyone goes to a job, right? They work their job. You always want to be a superstar or do something else with your life in sports. Or for me, I want to be a quarterback, because we always in Philly play football. So I think for me, I would have loved to be a quarterback. Pro. Go pro.
Sorry. So as a young child, you didn't have the Xbox Ones and PS4s and all the great games. What console did you have growing up?
I had Pong. Pong was Pong was this circular motion. There's no buttons, it would be a stick figure, and you hit a ball going back and forth.
Yeah.
On a black and white TV.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I know you played Atari.
I mean, we would go out and play baseball, stickball out in New York, and we would just go out all the time and do that. We wouldn't really play video games. We weren't on our cell phones.
Yeah.
We were having fun. We were ding dong ditching. We were riding bikes.
You're a rebel. I know that you've been shaving your face a couple times and everything. I just want to let you know the razor that you use. I use my balls with that same razor. Yeah, I use my balls.
Why wouldn't that surprise me coming from you?
Yeah, I know.
I never forget the one time I used my, should I say that one?
What?
I was using my razor.
And you found a pube in it?
No. So I'm using my razor, all that good stuff, and you just got done using it, and or was it Nick? I think it was Nick.
Nick doesn't have ball hair.
Well, I don't know who it was. Maybe it was you. And it was like it was on the toilet seat. I'm like, what's all this hair doing on the toilet seat? And you're like, oh, was it you?
I do remember that. Like, yeah, I do remember that.
And I'm going, oh, it was terrible. And I think I threw that razor.
Pubes.
I threw that electric razor away. What else you got for me, Chief?
How about you ask me a question?
I'm more like a friend or a dad to you.
What? You're my father. I'm not going to associate with you. If I was at school and I saw you at the lunch table alone, I wouldn't make 1 second to walk over to you and be like, "How's your day?" I'd probably throw like a...
That wasn't the question I was asking.
You're my father.
Okay, I get it. So, who's asking some questions? Let's get to our callers.
Who's better, Lawrence Taylor or Dick Butkus?
Jeez, I don't want to be controversial here, but they're both different errors. I'm gonna have to go Butkus.
Someone wants to know: would you nail your asshole?
What?
Would you nail your asshole?
No.
All right, quick answer. Have you ever been to jail?
Once.
What, actually?
Huh?
Actually?
Yes, once.
What happened?
So, I'm in, it was senior skip day. And,
so you were like 18?
No, it wasn't senior skip. No, yeah, it was senior skip day, but me and my friend Dave, it was like, we were in 10th grade, so we figured we'd skip anyways. And, yeah, we were downtown Philly, and, actually, that was against, whatever it was, and cop brought us to jail for skipping school.
Okay, Rob.
I had some we just came back from having some chocolate chip cookies at the cookie plate. No, not good. Okay.
You're trying too hard.
But it was pretty cool.
Let's talk about your brother Dan. How what is your brother Dan like?
You don't know him?
I know him, but not everyone.
What do you think Uncle Dan's like? Let's just how about you answer some questions? What's he like?
Uncle Dan, he's a perverted weirdo.
Okay, I'll go with you on that.
I don't know.
I was on Facebook just checking Facebook on my lunch break.
My brother's like that.
And he's always on, like, because he doesn't really work. So he's on Facebook like 9 o'clock in the morning, 10 o'clock in the morning, 11 o'clock in the morning. So he's always on Facebook and just creeping on everybody on Facebook.
Nice. Your favorite kind of beer? What's your favorite kind of beer?
All of it. Is there a bad beer? Hey, when you're doing beer bongs, is there a bad beer?
I guess not. I don't know. I really don't have any other questions for you.
Not that I do beer bongs.
Is there
like that.
Any other last questions you want to ask me? Because I want to talk to my mother.
Oh, do you?
Mom, I'm talking to you.
Okay. What is your
most... You have one question to ask me.
Okay. I think I'm going to ask you this one. Who is your favorite brother?
Wow. Put me on the spot.
Come on.
I hate all my brothers. I'm joking. I love them equally.
Okay. Who's your favorite brother? No, I'm joking.
I wouldn't answer that for $1.
Really?
$10.
So what's your favorite emoji? What kind of emoji?
What kind of stupid ass question was that? You could ask any question in the world.
What's your most used emoji?
I don't know. The laughing emoji? I don't know.
Okay.
I really want to talk to Mom.
All right. So I'm done?
Yes, you're done.
For good?
So far. Mom, I just want to talk to you about
that. I can get up.
Huh?
You want me to get up or you want me to scoot over?
No, I don't want you sitting close to me.
All right.
All right, you can. Do you want him to sit in this, Mom?
Yeah, you can keep the headphones on.
Yeah, so you do you want to hear yourself talk?
Yeah, here.
Scoot over. The whole family's getting in here.
What are you talking about? I got laundry to do.
No, you don't. Oh, Great question. How often do you go to Goodwill, Rob?
I was just at Goodwill last night.
How? For anyone who wants to know, this is my mother, and I love her to death.
What, I hear myself?
Yeah, talk into
Okay.
the mic.
Hey, how's it going?
This is my mother, Jamie. I love her so dearly. All right, just wait.
I've never been interviewed.
Well, you're getting interviewed by your son that lives in your basement.
Nice.
Actually, Gabe does want to know, has anyone outdrank either of you?
Well,
You have to talk into the...
no one is going to outdrink Jamie.
Oh, okay.
I can drink pretty good.
Someone wants to know, who's my favorite cousin? All right, if I have to be honest, favorite... My favorite cousin is Garrett Toole. I'm sorry.
Whoa,
Nah, I'm joking.
that's
There's
just
certain... Nah, I love all my cousins. Garrett's just a really funny guy. He's a dunk. Big dunk.
What do you want to know? Stuff about Dad?
Yeah. Do you have any stories about
I
Dad?
have lots of stories about Dad.
Let's hear about the moped story.
The
Moped story.
You gave it away.
So what happened with
Okay.
that? Make sure you talking to the mic.
All right. So I meet him for the first time. Again, we were at the bar, like he said. I gave him my number only because I knew we were moving. And if I didn't want to go out with him, I wouldn't have had to because he wouldn't have had my number. Anyway, so we end up going on a date. He was actually a gentleman and opened the door for me and everything. He even asked to hold my hand at the movie. Shocked. So anyway, we continued to date. It was all good. So then we start to ask. Oh. So then I'm asking him questions. You listening?
Yeah.
I'm asking him questions to get to know him a little bit better. And first of all, I'm saying, well, tell me about what you do, that kind of stuff. And he proceeds to say, I'm a chef at a restaurant. Like, ooh, I like food. I like, it'd be good. He can cook for me. Find out later he was a busboy.
This man goes to my mom and says he's a cook. But
did some good dishes.
True story. I was a cook at the chalet, okay?
But not you weren't.
And I was a busboy there before that.
Anyway, he
Stop,
still
what are you
doesn't.
doing?
He still doesn't do dishes though, and he has the experience. I don't know. So then I ask him again. I'm like, well, what else do you like to do? I want to know your interest. Well, I play in a band. Did not play in a band. He likes music, but
I sing karaoke, don't I?
that's not a band.
That's not a band.
So I don't know what his deal was. Last one, the best one's for last. So he does legit have a big scar in the back of his one leg. And, he had shorts on one day. I'm like, oh, wow. I said, what happened? What happened there? And he's like, oh, it wasn't good. He goes, I was in this motorcycle accident. I had a Ninja that I drove. And I was going through a light, and someone ran a red light and hit him. And that is a true story.
Okay.
He got hit, but the person's license plate went and sliced the back of his Achilles tendon, like seriously. And apparently his foot was dangling there, and they didn't know if they could fix it, whatever.
Should have got cut off.
Felt really bad for him.
Is that why he has cankles?
Yeah, that could be part of it. A little swelling going on yet after 20 plus years. No, but so then I'm feeling bad. I'm feeling bad for the guy.
All right, let her let her finish.
I'm feeling bad for the guy. Anyway, years passed, and I'm in a conversation with his ex-wife, and I bring up the motorcycle accident. She's laughing, and I'm like, what? What is so funny about that? She goes, Jamie, he was riding a moped. A moped.
So this man this whole time thought he was so
him.
cool
I felt
riding
so
on a
bad.
motorcycle, but he's actually riding a little
with
moped.
like an orange flag
With
and a
the
helmet. Yeah.
What I said was a Ninja, but that moped almost looked like a Ninja, so things were misconceived.
Needless to say, I don't know if he was trying to like impress me or what, but whatever, it obviously worked 25 years later.
Oh no.
I don't know. But
Jamie, can I get a haircut over Thanksgiving break? Gabe wants to know.
Gabe, absolutely. Anything for you, Gabe.
Big crush on Gabe. What was I gonna ask you, Mother?
Any other stories? Let me think of some for Dad. I don't know. There's just so many. I mean, I got to babysit him a lot. You know, I got to be the one to.
So is that true? How he met you? You stepped on his foot?
It was true, but it was an accident. I was out and I look over. He's got this girl hanging on him, and I kind of laughed. I kind of giggled because I'm like, "Who does this guy think he is, little playa?" And I start laughing because I'm like looking at him. And
well, did you see what I did?
okay, so then I go over to the table with my friends, and I look over, and he must have said, "Beat it" to the girl because he was sitting there by himself, staring at us.
I wanna talk to you about the whole Ozzie Guillen story. Can you talk to me about that?
Ozzie. Yeah.
For anyone that doesn't know who Ozzie Guillen is, he was the White Sox manager or Yankee manager at the time?
White Sox.
He was the White Sox manager at the time.
This happened in 1994. Ozzie Guillen was actually a player at that time, and so was David Martinez, was a rookie. So I'll leave it right there.
Go ahead, Mom.
So we're at Yankee Stadium. I mean, his brother gets these great seats. I'm like leaning on Yankee dugout. Here's Frank Thomas, and they're playing the White Sox. And Dave.
Batting practice.
Okay. I don't get into all the details like you do, but anyway, Dave Martinez. Who was the guy? Was that the new guy that gave Logan the ball that game and stuff?
No, Mother. I was not alive at
one.
94.
Okay, so anyway, make long story short, we're up in the stands,
Just like
and
that squirrel.
Ozzie Guillen looks over and he's waving me down on the field, and I'm kind of like, what? He's not talking to me, and apparently he was. He wanted me to go down into the White Sox dugout. And I didn't, of course, because, you know, my husband was there.
So you're telling me, just wait. You're telling
that was,
me.
if you want to know my regrets, that was it.
there's my mother's regret. If she could have picked to go down there, she would have. But you're telling me that Ozzie Guillen was probably making millions of dollars, blah, blah, blah.
Call me down Yankee dugout, or down to the White Sox dugout.
This is my time.
Yeah.
You could have went down there, made love with him, and I would have came out Logano. Like, and you're telling me I'm here, Logan, with this guy as my father? Could have been Ozzie Guillen. I could have been playing baseball in the MLB right now, but I'm in my mom's basement doing a podcast.
You still look Mexican.
Yeah.
Not against Mexican, you know.
Yep. I could have firsthand been sitting in a.
She could have been in a Range Rover or a Lambo, but we're out here chilling with a 96 Jeep that leaks oil.
That Jeep don't leak no oil. It's a 99.
No.
Hey, if you weren't here before,
through the snow too.
follow me right there, baby. Back to the podcast. But yeah, I think that's really all that I had to really talk to you guys about.
I don't have a lot. I have a lot of stories for Dad, which I'll think of many more later, but. You know, he is who he is. We love him who he is, right?
So for the last part of the podcast, we'll take any question in the chat, and we'll answer every single one.
Is Nikki Z on?
Nikki Z. Robby Z wants to know if you're still in this. I doubt he is, but...
What about Tyler's? Tyler, are you still on, bud?
Tyler, are you still on? We'll see. But we'll answer everyone's questions before we end. Any question. If it's gross. We got this. Someone wants to know, who's your favorite Yankee?
Babe Ruth.
Okay. Any question, you know?
There's not a lot of questions.
Mom.
For us.
Oh, yeah, you're on the podcast now. Who's your favorite son?
I'm not even going to go there because you're all different in your own way, and I love you for.
That's what I wanted to say.
Gabe Borchello has a question for Rob. Rob, give us young boy advice on how to pick up chicks.
That's really easy, Gabe. Here's something that you can do. You can start listening to girls, and when they're talking to you, stare back at them and look into their eyes, and just listen to them and act like it's mildly interesting. That's just what I can tell you, and be funny like Robby Z. That's all I can say.
God.
You know what I mean?
You don't do that with me.
Yeah.
Eugene wants to know, Rob, who's going to win the World Series?
I'm going to say Milwaukee's going to win it.
I think the It's either gonna be the Red Sox. So whoever comes out of the AL is winning. That's just me. Mom, you
Yes.
probably don't even know who's in the MLB playoffs right now. But who do you think's gonna win?
The Brewers. I'm going with them only because I'm a Cubs fan, but they're the closest to home, so going with them.
That's a good answer, Jamie. Good answer.
Brew Crew.
Brew Crew.
Brew Crew.
And how about your Packers? They almost blew it again.
But they won. Hey, I
know
that
Don't even bring up the Bears.
you guys played the Dolphins over the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
How'd that go?
I like to have Robbie Gold back.
I know Mason Crosby didn't do very good last time, but no, we won our game, but that's just us. Gabe, Mom, this is for you. Jamie, give Nick advice on how to keep a woman for more than a week. Boom roasted! Gabe Borteller hitting him with the boom.
Oh no, Nick's doing all right. He's got other things on his mind right now. The last thing he needs is a
Mom,
girl.
you were just actually talking about me that Nick needs to open up and not be like.
Well, Nick
single
is
all the
working
time.
hard
I'm just
and
joking, Nick.
working a lot of hours and going to school, and that's
sounds
his
like me.
priorities right now.
Sounds like me.
When he
Minus the
graduates and
school.
has a ton of
Minus the school
money,
and work.
when he graduates and has a ton of money, and after he takes care of his mama, then he can get a girl.
Hit me, baby.
I have an extra kid at home right here.
You call me a kid?
Can he come down? Can he come down to your pad down here?
Never. This man snores like a freaking
Freight train?
koala bear.
Do they snore?
That's what you sound like every night. I can literally hear you from my room all the way from upstairs. And don't even be laughing over there. I can hear you fart from all the way.
I don't, dude. You think that's me?
Dad.
He's got to come from every end.
Hey, tell the story about grandma and everything with the whole.
With what?
Oh, yeah. Here's a good one.
Oh, come on, really? You're gonna go there?
Oh, we're putting you on the spot. You chose to be on
Should
here.
I save it?
Dad, do you want sex tonight? It's your.
We'll save that for another podcast.
No questions answered there. But hey, if no one else has questions,
It's time for dinner.
I'm starving. Mom, what are they selling?
Chocolates.
I remember when they first invented chocolate. Sweet chocolate. I've always hated it.
what's your most embarrassing moment? Either of you.
Being on this podcast.
Screw you. Get the fuck out of here. All right, Mom.
My most embarrassing moment? That'll be the story that Dad will tell later.
Ooh, yeah, that's a story
that's
for
my
him
embarrassing
to.
moment. What about you, Log?
I had sunflower seeds.
Oh, that's
Should we talk about
sunflower.
that?
Yeah. That was pretty.
Let me break it down.
What's your greatest moment with your dad and why?
Definitely not the sunflower seed story.
What's one of the good stories you could tell about me and you? Anything?
Shout out to Brandon for being there for me. Greatest. I don't know. You're not that great of a person, so I don't have that many stories.
That's nice.
I like scaring you, Dad. It's a fun time for me. Makes me happy. to
Till he has a
scare you.
heart attack.
Till you have a heart attack.
Then it won't be so funny.
Do I tell the sunflower seed story while you guys are here?
Well, we were there through it all.
Story time with Logan and his parents. It was back in 2014. Watching Pee Wee Herman in my room. Don't ask me why. I was very hungry, so I decided to buy. I decided to buy 2 bags of giant sunflower seeds.
Besides
And
the fact that you ate them every day at baseball.
That too. But how I ate sunflower seeds is I chew them and I swallow them whole, because didn't know they could get stuck in your ass. So that happened. The worst part about that was my Aunt Lori had to come over and fist deep my butthole.
And stick her finger in your ass.
I basically just said that, but way to. But yeah, I was it didn't happen for a while. I was playing video games with my friend Brandon, which I love dearly. Let me put my glasses. I was playing video games with my friend Brandon, and I had to go poop. So I go poop. And I go to the bathroom, and nothing came out. It started to hurt. And I decided, because I was 14, I thought I could do anything, to stick my fingers down there to see why wouldn't it come out, and there were sunflower seeds stuck in my butthole. Wasn't good. Had to go to the doctor. Bunch of anal procedures in my butt. So that happened. And
you were in the emergency room a couple times.
It wasn't good.
Yeah, it was
and then we
bad.
got Tony Robbins over here that thinks he's going to motivate it out of you.
He did motivate me to get it out of my butt. I did tell him I loved him after that, but I lied. I wasn't loving him. I was just happy that it got out. But yeah, I got seeds stuck in my butt.
So make a long story short, you
Don't
young kids
put
that are
seeds in
playing
your
ball,
butthole.
spit out the shells.
Pacha.
Because it hurts.
Well, I think that's it then.
Anything else, babe? Logan?
Babe.
I'll go start dinner.
Good, I'm starving.
Wait.
Dad, I'm sure you...
Wait, I make dinner.
Well, you can make a pizza then.
I'm sure you'll be going to Goodwill later, so have fun with that.
I'm going to take these off.
So,
Thanks for having us.
hey,
No, he's not done.
Rob Zara wants to say a couple things to the crowd.
Okay, you boot me off.
No, I'm not booting you off. I'm just saying if you want to make dinner, that's good.
Is that all?
No.
So thank you, Mom. Thank you, Dad, for coming on
I
my
just want to say,
my
hey,
podcast.
this is
It was a good time.
this is fun, and it's our first time. Well, your second time, my first
Yeah,
time.
you're probably
doing it.
this is your probably last time also. So
Was
you
I
should
that
just leave
bad?
now.
Was I that bad or what?
No, yeah, you were horrible.
Was I?
You should probably just leave now. And I'm gonna talk to everyone.
Right. So I just want to say that it was fun. We had a lot of good times, and
Dad,
maybe
I'm
I'll see you.
dying. Just tell me, I'll see you later. I'll see you
Okay.
upstairs in about 5.
Hey, I'm gonna get going. Okay, I got to help your mom in the kitchen, and all that good stuff, and
Yeah.
I just want to thank everyone for tuning into the podcast,
Condoms.
and Tyler will be over maybe Saturday for coffee. Shout out to my boy. And Nick, if you're listening to, and Bocello, and Big T. So, all right.
I'll stay on the podcast because
I'm out. Audi 5000 later.
I'll sit by myself. I don't care. See you, Dad.
Oh, you say you want me to go?
Do you want to stay?
I'll stay.
Oh, he wants to stay, guys, because
Stay?
they want more. Logan, what would your ideal way to spend the weekend? My ideal way to spend the weekend, Gabe, I think just hanging out with you would be amazing, dude. You're a great kid. Nah, my ideal weekend, waking up, getting some coffee, getting some donuts, watching some YouTube, watch football, obviously. Saturday college football.
Come on.
That's a given. And then Sunday football, just kill some kids in fantasy. And it's been easy so far. Is there
That's
anything
about
you
my
want to
weekend.
ask me?
That's about my
Because you're
weekend.
just staring at me.
It's a podcast. What am I supposed to do? Stare at the walls?
Do you want to ask me anything, Rob?
Yeah. Where's that hole in the wall?
Derek, if I had to give my podcast a name, I think I have a podcast name. I think I'm going to go with Z's podcast just because my nickname is Z.
And your last name Z too?
No, it's Zara, but I've had it since 6th grade. Coach Cooksley hit me up with Z, so it's just kind of stuck with me. My favorite holiday, Gabe, come on, dude. Is that even a question? Obviously Christmas. I love Christmas. Me and my mom are going to put up the tree. I don't even know what that said. Me and my mom are actually going to put up the tree here in a couple weeks, so that's chill.
Can't wait.
Listen to Christmas music, drink some eggnog, get some Christmas presents, meet Santa. But Z's podcast, yeah, for sure. That's what I'm kind of going for. If anyone else has better names, hit me up. But if you want to, hey, straight up, if If you want to be on the podcast, hit me up. Add me.
So Logan,
follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Twitter at Logan Zara. Hit my DMs if you want to be on this. Oh, Gabe, wow, you are very inappropriate. I don't think I'm gonna answer that.
Who's
question.
Who's gonna be your next guest?
I have a lot of people in line for. I have a lot of people that want to be on it. So
I mean,
whoever hits my line.
Your second choice, well, actually, third choice was me.
No, this is actually my second podcast. So you
I know,
are my second.
but you had two other people on your first podcast, and I'm the third one.
Yep.
That's
Gabe, I like the question, but that's a question I'll just hit you up on Snapchat with. Logan Kelleher said he's down, so I got you, Logan. Talk about the Chiefs and shit. Z's Corner. Ooh, I like that, Z's Corner, because we're in the corner of the room.
Yeah, I like that. Z's Corner. I like that.
Z's Corner. I like that, man. That was good.
Now, who came up with that?
Junior Guard 214.
I like that.
Time out.
Oh, I got a good one. Hey, I got a.
What are the odds of you get a shout out on this podcast? The odds are big. Noah Bullock, shout out to you, man, because you hit me up. Shout out to you. I got to give a couple shout outs. Shout out to my boy Jax. He's hooking me up with a whole bunch. Z's Corner podcast. Guy's idea. Shout out to Guy. Jax, shout out to you, man, just because you hooked me up with a whole bunch of stuff. Helped me out with this podcast. Had to help. You helped your boy out with that, so that was chill. I don't know if there's any more shout-outs. Shout-out to everyone I love, I guess.
How you doing?
Yeah, it's not you. But if anyone else has a couple questions, I'll answer them because I'm running out of stuff to talk about. Sammy, what's your favorite high school memory? Not you, me. My favorite high school memory.
How about that?
Favorite high school memory? I don't know.
How about that
Probably
catch?
getting dropped from composition. I'm joking.
Hey, Lo, how about that catch against senior? What was it, like sophomore year?
I was playing Xavier.
No, it was against. I'm talking about football.
Sophomore year.
Remember you guys won? Remember that game?
That was freshman year.
Was it freshman year?
Yep.
And
probably my favorite high school memories would be with sports, playing sports, doing that. Probably meeting new people, meeting new friends, and yeah, love them all. What is something you can never seem to finish? Screw you, Gabe. Screw you, man. Favorite memory? Ooh, favorite memory with Nick. I like that question. Me and Nick always fought as kids. We got past that. I'm mature. He's almost mature, but I'm mostly mature. Favorite memory with Nick. It's not a memory, but it's like, or it is a memory. It's not my favorite. Like, it's kind of like, whatever. I was playing Xbox in my room, just being a kid, and Nick decides to come in my room because he was pissed about something. Because who knows? Nick's always pissed, and he decided to turn off my Xbox. Your boy got pissed because I was going hard in whatever I was playing. And he comes in, turns off my Xbox. I got pissed, obviously, so I chucked my controller at his fat-ass head. And, of course, I hit it. And he got mad, came back in my room, punched me, gets on top of me. Yeah, that sounds weird, but that happened. And spits in my mouth. He spit in my mouth. It could have been anywhere else. Spit in my mouth. Spit on my face.
Was your mouth open, or your spit on your lips, or
spit on my lips, and I ended up like licking it up. I didn't want to get over my sheets. Talk about the old YouTube channel. Nick made Ed and Ted. That was a good time. Ed and Ted was funny.
That was fun.
What earliest memory? With Nick? My earliest memory with Nick? I don't know.
Do you have one?
With Nick?
Yeah.
I just said. I don't know. Nick.
Favorite? You said favorite? Or?
Nick actually called me like last night. Talked for about 20 minutes about life and stuff. He gives me tips. So
Nick has been great lately, right?
He's been okay.
Yeah, he's. I think he's really grown up, right? In the past
yeah,
year, he's really grown up, and I think he appreciates his family and really values his family, and he has to be away from his family for a little bit for him to appreciate his family.
But when he's back,
he's going to give us holy hell.
That's going to happen.
We're going to hide.
Yeah,
we're all going to hide.
Yeah,
it'll be. It'll be the hug, and then
so
all
your
of a sudden
birthday's
it'll
actually
go,
coming up.
What?
November 9th, your birthday. How old are you going to be?
I will be 52.
52. You're old as shit.
Appreciate that.
I got you a birthday present.
What is it?
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you. It hasn't come in the mail yet.
Really? So you didn't make it then?
Nope, didn't make it. Yeah. Got you a birthday present. Me and Nick both.
How many hours do you think I have of watching you play sports?
In my lifetime?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like 5 minutes? I'm joking. I don't know. Probably days.
Okay, so remember
days.
when you were like what? It was like 2 years old or whatever it was, and you used to always take a ball and just chuck it across the room.
Yeah, that happened.
And I knew you're destined to love baseball, and we played baseball and practice all the time.
Yeah. All right, everyone. This is the end of the podcast. Thank you for coming and watching with me. This is your boys' corner, Z's corner.
Over and out. We outie 5,000.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting. Whoever wants to be on this podcast,
we want you guys
hit me
to
up.
subscribe.
I got you.
And it's Z's Corner.
Z's Corner, baby.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I hope everyone enjoyed. It was fun. It was enjoyable. Thank you, Rob, for coming on the podcast.
Anytime.
Man.
You know I do anything for any one of my kids, right?
Yep. All right. Peace out, everyone.
All right.
Thanks
Later.
for watching. Yeah.